Hey everybody, it is time for episode 3 of our Cthulhutech, and what we're starting to call Tager Tuesdays, kind of like, I don't know, Taco Tuesday. It was a thing that came on Discord, you can't, don't judge, alright? Anyways, we're kicking this off right after the Elib had started to attack our players down in the sub-basement of this old manufacturing plant that had been made into the base for another group of takers. They're trying to investigate these deaths of what occurred there. The pack has gone silent, and they got into this combat with a group of individuals they found out were actually Dhohanoids, the bad guys, those monstrous creatures. And we have a Efreet on the team, which just constantly radiates fire, and he had just reminded me that whenever I got close, I had to take fire damage. You always love it when a player is helpful, huh? Well, let's see how they do. Let's see if the players make it.
Don't forget to take a die of damage for doing so.
Like I said, he's the oh shit button.
Roll 1d10, sir, you dick.
Although his armor can take it. So.
6, that's not bad. Yeah, I'm going to roll his armor right now.
Good man.
Well,
I am king. All right, so it gets up there, and as the waves of heat just start crashing off of Ember, it dives towards you, and you actually see it leap up and just bring its claws up like it's going to just jump and rake down your molten flesh. And let's see what happens here. He rolls his fighting, which is much like the other one, 4d10 plus 10. It will take the 2 9s for the 18, so a total of 28. Go ahead and roll your dodge. 20. Well, that definitely reduces the extra damage he's going to do. All right, so he beat you by 8. So he gets 2 dice bonus for successes, like a 2 dice base for successes. So we're going to go ahead and roll his damage and see how he does. This might actually hurt pretty bad. There we go. 28. So you have your natural armor.
oh yeah.
Yeah, he rolled a couple of ones in there.
Armor is...
All you have to do is hit the armor button, I think, and it'll auto roll for
Yeah.
you.
Yep, yeah. 13. Nice. So you take 15 damage. As this thing lands right before you and its claws hook on your rocky flesh and just tear chunks of it out. It's going directly through the flame. It doesn't seem to care. You're its mortal enemy. It feels towards you like you felt towards that doggo that you had to put down with a demonic uppercut. Dick. All right.
We call that Satan's fisting.
Jeff, it's your
Wow, this group is just going to be fun.
You guys are something else.
6. And then this little chubby thing here is going to catch my claws. As the giant claws will just kind of rake down it.
The one that just attacked Ember?
No, the one that just attacked Arclight.
Arclight, okay.
Hey, you didn't call him Whisper this time.
No, I didn't call him Whisper.
It's a miracle.
Hallelujah.
It's going to attempt to dodge, but it has a negative
agility,
2.
Right?
Yes, melee combat plus agility.
With fighting, yeah. So I'll keep the 8 plus 9 is 17.
Don't forget your negatives.
I don't have any negatives. Oh, yes, I do. So
plus 7. All right. So it's only at plus 8. So it's going to take the 2 8s for the 16. So
shit.
16, 24.
Yep, definitely dodged me.
You swing on it after it just landed. Like, as Savage runs up and goes to slash it with his claws, the Elib that just hit the ground literally bends backwards, and you hear this sickening wet crack as its spine doubles backwards in a way that it should not be able to bend. As your claws pass by it and you sweep back, it just literally rebends itself back to face you. Which brings us to the Ramachis. Mumra.
Still can't see me, motherfucker.
The ever-living is going to jump up. Let me double check and see if he's got a thing. I actually don't know.
Probably. I mean, to be fair, the Dhohanoids are about as tall as the Tigers are, aren't they?
Yeah, but he has to jump 20 feet in the air to get to your partner.
That's right.
Jumping quadruple. Yes.
Most definitely.
Literally, this guy bends down to where like all four of its like paws are on the ground, so to speak, and it shoves itself off. As arc lights circling around after the wound I just took, this thing goes up right past you like a rocket, latches onto some of the like the girders and all that, the rafters in the ceiling, looks at you, and bounces off of the ceiling towards you like a rocket. Claws all sparkling and gleaming black as it tries to slash you, which is going to be your dodge roll, sir. As this is its second attack, it is going to take a -2 penalty, so that's going to make it a little less likely. So roll 3d10 plus 7.
Do I add my agility to that or no?
Yep,
Yeah.
sure do. So it's going with the 7, so a total of 14 on this side.
I will go with the 18. And that is with my -3 modifier. My agility is actually 11, so.
Yeah, no worries. It's actually, you're taking 3 actions, so it's a -4.
No, only took 2 actions.
Oh, then it's -2 only then. So you're at a +9, so 19. So effectively,
And his wound penalties is what he was taking away.
oh yeah. So your actual total is your wound penalties is 3, your multiple action penalty is a 2, so you're -5.
Okay, so then it would be a 16.
You're still
He's
good.
still
You only got a 14. So this thing streaks past you in this like bundle of black furs and teeth, and you manage to pull yourself aside, and it misses completely. Hits the ground right next to where you are, where it's on the map, and just looks back up at you like it's like next time. You get that definite look. He's like, I got you next time. All right, so
If you hit it, you can name it.
yeah, right. You. All right, so after that 14, that brings us down to our ghost friend.
Hi. So it's on the ground?
Yep.
Little Mr. Black and Furry over here?
Yep, just landed.
Yep.
You should have had the soup, buddy. So how does one go about materializing in somebody else's body?
So that is your limit,
It is.
and it requires a hard tenacity feat, I want to say. Let's take a look here. Oh, it can be your only action during the turn. That's interesting. But we'll let that go for this one.
And so this has also been my only combat action, because otherwise I
right.
just moved.
No, we're good. So I want to say those are a tenacity feat to do that.
I think
Let's
you're
take
right.
a look.
That's my 5d10 plus 10.
Yeah, let me take a look and see in the Tiger part. So you have your limits, right? Your abilities. A limit weapon. You can use once every 24 hours. You must succeed first at a hard tenacity feat.
A hard,
So-
okay.
So hard is a difficulty that's above soft. It's a 22.
It's a 22.
Yep.
All right, let's see what happens.
You got this.
19.
Oh,
I will
so
tell
close.
you what. If you toss out one of your drama points, which we'll get to, I completely forgot to explain to my players, guys. Toss a drama point, and I'll let you hit the 22.
Works for me.
All right.
Because I want to see what this bullshit does.
So, this technically, I want to say, is a melee attack. Technically.
So it would be fighting.
Yeah. Let me take a look.
Yep.
So, what's your strength in this form?
9.
That's where shit gets gross. All right, it's
Yeah.
9.
9,
All right.
then plus the 6 that I get for the...
So you get
9?
you get a total of 7 dice to roll, 8 dice to roll. So you got 1 for success,
Holy
right?
shit.
1 for your base of success.
Damn.
Then you get 1 for 1 die bonus because your strength is a 9, and then you get plus 6 because it's your limit.
Okay, so that's 8.
Yep.
Correct? Suck it.
Okay. Well, let's see if the
Holy shit.
furry dude can soak some of that with his one.
You should have had the soup, pal.
47. That's great. His vitality is at 12, so that's 12, 24, 36, and 47. He's seriously wounded. Everything he does has a negative 6
another
modifier.
action. Well, no, actually, I don't, because it's the only action I can take this round.
Yep, that takes everything. And it's kind of worth it, really, when you think about it. That's massive damage. Like, you literally materialize. So, Ghost sees him
I've been
land
invisible this whole time.
and slides forward, uses her ability to phase to get inside his body, lines up a little bit, and solidifies, and just chunks of him erupt into just black ichor as she solidifies inside his body. The Dhohanoid, being what it is, manages to pull back before the worst of it really hits the majority of its body. So, like, literally its right-hand side is pretty much just dripping ichor and, like, greenish black blood as it's just slopping down over the metal tiles beneath you guys. It's severely hurt. Like, when it moves, it's barely able to kind of stagger a foot or so to the side.
That bitch is on death's door.
Now, that brings us to the Darabith, which is dead. Okay.
It's dead.
That brings us to, again, Mr. Infernal Uppercut. Ember,
Pen and stare them into the ground.
what do you do?
I'm going to punch this dude
So hard.
so hard with my spiked fists.
Jesus.
My hot mace-like fists.
So you raise this magma, rocky, spiked bear paw that you call a fist, and your goal is to shove it through that thing's face.
You
That's
see
exactly the goal, yes. I'm glad that
Okay.
you...
this? Make a fist. Name that movie.
Well, only an 18.
Oh, these guys haven't been wounded yet. 18. It will attempt to dodge. So it will roll 3d10 and plus only 8 because it did another action. It will take the straight for a
Son of
grand
a
total
bitch.
of 35. Whoo! So as this flaming spiky fist of death comes flying towards this thing's face, literally it's facing you, it's hunched over, and you just hear the crack as it twists and its body unnaturally contorts. And there's this just sickening wet pops as one of your fists pulls back, everything goes back into place.
Ew.
Son of a
Fucking
bitch.
fish people.
Which brings us to the top of the round, which is Chris. Now, I think we've done all of our second actions for the turn, if I'm not mistaken, that round.
Yeah.
That was my first.
That was your second, because you...
That was your second.
You had the uppercut.
Yeah,
The
last
uppercut
turn you
was-
uppercut
The dog first.
Uppercut was two actions, so that would have been both of my actions for that
Oh,
round.
okay, so this one will be... All right. So this turn, is anybody taking their full actions, or are you only taking one? How many are you taking? Let's start with Chris, because you're first. Arclight's on top. How many actions are you going to take?
I'm doing strictly just. I'm going to do movement and then one action.
So just one action, so no penalties?
Yeah.
Okay. Good, what you doing?
Wait a minute, is this the start of a new round, or are we doing
Yep.
subsequent actions?
This is the start of the first.
Okay,
I thought anyone-
then everybody needs to roll for a regen that's damaged, because it's the end of each-
Yeah,
No.
those that have a dive regeneration roll 1d10. That's how much health you get back. Those that just have a flat number, you just gain that number back. So unclick that many boxes. Thank you for reminding me, Sean. Appreciate it.
No problem.
You get 9 back. That's pretty.
Good roll.
That's baller.
Nice.
Oh, I just get
Chris,
one
you
back.
get-
Yep.
You just get
Fair
one,
enough.
Yeah. Only a couple of them have dice. I think only the Nightmare and the Freet to do right now. Yeah, it is a nice one. High five.
Yeah.
High fives all around.
Top of the morning to you, Lenny. Sorry.
High five the like button. Like a boss.
Like a boss.
All right. So we all regens in. Everybody calculate their stuff. That people that were wounded.
I have taken no damage because I was invisible.
All right. Chris, what are you doing? What is Arclight doing this turn?
I am taking a shot.
Right, but
Okay,
what
now what
combat
are you
action are
gonna
you doing?
No, I'm gonna shoot a gun.
Yeah, we know. We were making an alcohol
He
joke.
was there.
Fair enough.
He is
Yeah.
not throwing away his shot.
He's in Cthulhu mode. You leave him alone. You let Chris be Chris right now, damn it.
God damn it!
Chris been waiting years for Cthulhu. Years, I tell you.
I know. Yeah, I've never played this game either, so I'm loving it.
All
I
right,
feel like I missed an opportunity to wear my Cthulhu absinthe shirt.
probably. Which of these Dhohanoids is Arclight going to fire at?
Or is he going to fire at the stupid bunny man?
And since we're still in this one corner, I'm actually going to zoom this in a little bit here on this screen, so people can get a better
A better view of our stupid Tager faces.
eyeball. Right. Yeah, why not? You know, let's be nice to the fans.
Want to scroll it down a little bit there, Ray?
I'm going to in just a second. We got to fix it.
There's like, now they can't see Arclight, who moves at like 50 million miles an hour.
Oh yeah, Arclight's he's off the map, guys. He's just off the map.
Off visible map.
Let me. Where the hell are you? Actually, you're all the way down here. You are all the way down here.
Yeah.
Yep. I got out of range. Those motherfuckers jumped 60 goddamn feet. Fuck you.
The man has a point.
That's just unnatural.
So that's uncalled for, and
Yeah,
frankly,
the fuck was.
frankly
I'm out of
unfair. So
so that's
let me
a
get
9,
Arclight just in the edge.
9 and a 6, so that's a 15 to hit.
Which one were you shooting again? Can you ping him for me? Okay, the one that's almost
man.
dead. Yeah, the one that's got somebody solidified inside his fucking body.
Dog.
I'm not risking shooting through people, so.
All right, so he will roll his dodge. Luckily, I'm still on the right one, actually. Let me pull his sheet up. See what his penalty is at. Oh, yeah, he's proper fucked. Okay, good to know.
He's not doing so hot. He's having a bad day.
Proper fucked.
All right, so this is because his agility, but since he's at -6, he only gets a +3. 8? What did you get there on yours, grand total?
That grand total would be a 15, sir.
All right, so that's going to be it's beneath the 5 category, so you get +1 dice for your successes.
And minus your wounds, Chris.
That was with minus his wounds.
Yeah, that's
minus my wound.
because he adds his perception.
My perception's a
that's
12.
right.
Yeah, his perception's
ridiculous.
great, which is why he's the
Perception
one.
is a bag of dicks.
I don't subtract on damage though because it's a gun.
Correct.
Right. I don't think you subtract on damage anyways.
No, you don't.
Yay!
Damn.
Rolled 2 1s. Yay!
Yikes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not even. Yeah. All right. I'm glad we had this conversation. Ugh! Literally, this thing that's missing half of its body struggles to climb to its feet. As it does so, all of you hear this boom from farther down south in the storage area, and the bullet hits it in the back and it staggers forward, but the exit wound blows its entire chest apart, and it splatters on the floor, and the droplets that actually hit Ember start to sizzle and hiss and smoke immediately as this thing hits the ground dead. Now you guys also notice that these creatures, much like Tagers, when they die, they resume their human form. So slowly, this mangled corpse of Aramachus starts to form back into the guy with the NEG military police jacket. Although parts of him are missing because they got exploded from inside. You guys are gross. All right, so
I am a bag of dicks, and I readily admit this.
So that brings us from Arclight down to the 2 Elib.
Oh, please be stupid and come at me, bro. Please be
Well,
dumb and come at me, bro.
so here's the deal. They're going to gang up on the Nightmare. Both of them.
Oh.
Actually, no. This thing has hurt us the most. Right, Mia? So we're going to leap across this area, and we're both going to be attacking Ember. So the first one, they're both just going to take one action because they don't want the penalty. They're going to swing at him. Now,
They both need to make their resistance to their die of damage.
oh, they'll take the 1 die of damage. But here's the
take
thing.
it.
Oh, they'll take it all right. They'll like it. All right. So
You gonna take
here's
it?
something that we did
Smells
not.
like burnt ass in here.
It smells like burnt fish, which is worse.
Sorry, Ray.
So back on track. So something that we hadn't talked about yet, and this game has an interesting mechanic that is called drama points. Every player starts with 10 every session. It refreshes at the end of the session. Once the episode's over, the 10 get put back for the next game. What you can do with these dice gives you a pretty cool set of options. So, at a 1-for-1 exchange, you can add 1 dice to any roll you make for a skill or for a check. With the exception of damage, insanity, and fear. You can't use it on those. Alternatively, and armor rolls. You can do like dodge rolls, you can increase your combat rolls, you can increase your skill rolls. You just can't increase your armor rolls, your fear rolls, or insanity rolls, or damage. Alternatively, you can, for a 1-for-1 basis, use them to penalize an opponent's dice roll.
Nice.
So, these two Elibs that are on either side of a Freet are going to attack. Now, Sean, as Ember's player, can spend his drama points to reduce their dice pools on a 1-for-1 basis. But, since this is a group game, and this is a pack game, the other members of the pack can also do that to assist him. Likewise, if our Efreet is going to go punch somebody with his rocket punch and doesn't have a lot of dice because of penalties or whatever, and the pack wants to amp him up, they can spend their drama points to increase his skill roll too. So they're actually kind of shared.
I can dig it.
Yeah. So it makes it really easy to kind of like work as a team to help each other out. It kind of represents the idea of pack tactics and the fact that you guys are heroes in the story and you kind of have a little more power over your fate than normal people do. Given that's a thing, with these two going to go attack Ember from either side, does anybody want to spend any drama points before they do their rolls?
I do.
Yes.
Okay. How many?
Sure, why not?
I would like to spend 2. I'm gonna basically
Which one would you like to penalize? One on the right or one on the left
I
here?
will hamper them both 1 die each.
1 to 1. Okay. So 1 there. All right. So each at number a -1. All right. Anybody else?
I'm going to blow 2 to drop this dude's dices.
Well, which one? Both of them or just one of them?
One
of them?
each.
Okay. So that's so they're each at -2. Anybody
And
else?
then I will also do 1 each.
So they're all at negative. All right. So as you guys start to do the masochism tango in close combat, they're each penalized by 3 dice, and that actually might really suck for them.
I think somebody's about to have a bad day.
All right. So the first one, well, actually both of them only have 1 dice now in close combat, so that's actually going to help a lot.
I would like to spend some drama points.
All right. Do you want to reduce them down to 0?
No. What I'm going to do is my fiery friend here. I'm going to spend 2 drama points so he can take 2 actions with no penalty.
Okay.
So he's going to cream both of these fuckers.
Well, we will hope.
Hopefully.
All right. So first off, go ahead and roll me a d10, Sean, so that we can see how much damage they're taking. 6. Let's roll natural armor for the one on the left. Natural armor for the one on the right.
Jeez.
They're golden. They don't
right.
care.
At
All
some
right.
point, that'll matter.
Right?
You're just slow cooking them. It's okay.
The pressure cooker has begun.
They
Yeah.
haven't-
Slow burn.
they haven't
You're in the
dinged them yet.
smoker right now. Don't make us turn up the heat.
So
Just saying.
the one on the right will attack first. You can roll your dodge.
0 plus.
How did that happen? Wait. That should
No,
be
you should be
impossible.
You
able to
rolled
roll
one.
one.
You rolled a 1d0.
Oh, I did, didn't I?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that was hilarious.
I got a
1d0 is
26.
awesome.
I'm at
You rolled
26
max,
though.
bro.
Right, I got a 14. Yay! All right, the one on the left is going to roll 1d10, and that
Come
one,
on, I like the 1d0.
that one will get a 12. Do you want to roll for the second one to dodge? Yeah. Okay, I'm glad we had this conversation. Both of
Shake.
both of these fishy / lizard hunched over beings from beyond the veil of reality swing claws / in the air and just completely miss this hulking beast of flame and rock. How they missed, we don't know.
No one will ever
But somehow it
understand.
happened, which brings us to Savage. How many turns are you taking?
I'm gonna take one turn, and this dude right here is gonna catch them claws. I'm gonna spend 3 drama points to give myself 3 dice.
Hold on. Which one? Ping him again for me. Okay.
The one just to the north of
The
him.
one just in front of him. All right, go ahead. Let's see what happens. It's going to dodge.
All right.
It's gonna die.
It's gonna try.
It's a 15.
So, yeah, I'm gonna go with the 7 plus a 9. Yeah, that'll have to be it.
It will take the 20. So that's
Les poops.
unfortunate. Again, you swing. This thing, however, when your lumbering ass comes over and takes one of your bear claws and tries to shove it down its gullet, it just jumps back and then springs forward again, out of your way. Which, after that, brings us down to the dead officer,
Who's still dead?
who's still
Dead
dead.
officer is dead.
He remains dead.
And that brings us to our ghost friend, our specter.
Yes. I'm gonna take a move to over here.
Don't forget, I think your stuff hurts us too.
It does.
That's why I went outside the range because it's only 5 feet
It's 5 yards.
or 5 yards.
Yeah. that's a little
15 feet.
All right. Sorry about that, Jess. Did you figure out what you wanted to do?
Reach out and touch faith, bitch.
Oh, chilling touch, I'm
I've
assuming?
got some chilling touch on me.
All right.
How does
She's
one
just
go about
chilling.
this thing? I am chilling, and he's about to chill too, whether he wants to or not.
All right. Oh, you
How
moved.
does one go about doing that?
You moved out of my sight. So it's a melee combat touch. So you'd roll your fighting.
Sweet. I have to go back and stare at it.
Yep.
So 2 dice plus agility or strength or tenacity.
It's agility. And it will roll its dodge.
– 17.
18.
Oh wait, hold
So
on. I
it's a
can
6
take a
and a-
straight, so I can do a 6 and a 7.
It has to be at least 3.
That's what I was about to ask. Okay,
Oh.
3.
Yep, has to be at least 3.
Fine.
So for straights, it has to be at least 3 dice. Multiples, at least 2. So you swing. It does this really weird, like, half bend. Like, its legs stay planted where it is, but its upper torso just twists over as you swing by it. And it just pops back with that, again, that weird, sickling, like, rapid pop of its spine as it goes back into position. And that leads us to Sean. I'm so happy.
I'm sure you are. I'm taking 2 actions because of
The drama points from your
the
buddy.
drama points. I'm also going to, for my first action, use 3 drama points of my own to enhance my action. To punch with my spiked fists. We'll start with this dude that's behind me.
A backhand.
Wow, we ain't even playing no more. Like that's
No, kid gloves are off.
Gotta keep
Ember's a,
gotta
Ember is
keep
a
that
walking
hand
dumpster
strong.
fire. Ember's a walking dumpster fire.
So that's
There's bad things happen.
60, 10.
He's gonna throw some baby powder on it.
I'll take the 2 7s for 14. Plus 10 is 24.
okay. Let's see what we can do. Do you want to? Anybody want to spend anything to penalize this guy's dodge roll?
Yeah, I'll spend 1.
Okay.
Same.
Okay, so 1d10.
This dude's so fucked.
17. All right. So you got me by, what'd you get, 24?
Yeah.
No, all right. So you got me
24
by 14. That puts you at +3 dice for your success rate.
All right.
Plus whatever your fist does.
Yeah.
And your strength bonus.
Well, he's ridiculously strong.
right.
That's why I took the penalties away.
Ridiculously strong.
Oh my God! Yes.
I'm just gonna right now, since it's about that
Just gonna lay down. I just need just a short nap, please.
So you punch this thing in the face, like it tries to back down, but when your spiked fist hits it in the chest, you force it to collapse back forward. As you crunch through the sternum, you feel the ribs just fold under the pressure of your blow as it just starts to bend inward more and more until your fist bursts out the back. And when you withdraw it back through,
it lands in 3087.
Russ in chat says it lands 100 years from now, 1,000 years from now.
Nice.
But you rip your arm back
Yes,
through,
sir.
and it falls backwards. And before the body even hits the ground, while it's smoking, it starts already converting back to its human form. You're next action.
I'm gonna use 3 more drama points and punch this dude.
Wreck his face.
Does anybody want to penalize my dodge again, like a bunch of assholes?
Yep.
Get an asshole.
I'll take one too.
All right.
I will also take one.
Okay, I'm glad we have this teamwork going on here. I'm really happy. So
You made a horrible error in judgment in telling us about it.
no, hey, it's a thing. This is a resource that's at your disposal. All right, so let's see where this nastiness comes from. Don't
forget to roll your armor, by the way, from the last one.
I ain't even worried about it, bro. I ain't even worried about it.
I did not roll so great, so it's only a 19.
Oh, look at that.
Well,
Pizza's 11.
Yeah, well, that's all it took.
sir.
+2 damage dice. What is this? What are you doing to me? You killing me, Smalls?
Goodbye, cruel world.
Have you ever seen that movie Unleashed?
Oh my god! I'm gonna put this little smoking insignia, this little flame here, because the corpses are still on fire. Because that's just
Ember
stupid.
is off the chain.
Ember is
So-
quite literally on fire.
This one, you just you can feel it as you punch the one and just pull your wrist back. You can feel the Elib behind you move to jump forward. As you turn, you literally grab its jaw and its head and just rip this thing apart. Blood splays everywhere, and when the body hits the ground, you have in your smoking, smoldering, molten hand the top head of a human's head, the top half of it, and the rest of the body just hits the ground.
I will crush it in my fist and then drop the
smoldering remains.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a step right next to him, and I'm gonna just with my big ass claws just slap him in the chest, not for damage, just a body hog. Fucking asshole.
That's what people get for running ahead of me.
All right. At that point, clearly, you guys don't feel any more Dhohanoids in the area. Those with scan and thermal vision and other your other sensory powers. There's nothing else that seems to be moving or alive down here. The Whisper Arclight is not getting anything off of his sonar. There's no more movement. You do get just the faintest bit in the distance, way north of where you're at, of a vibration passing through the grates on the ground. And at that point, you hear crackling over your the earpieces as your bodies are effectively in that weird sort of stasis. Interceptor. It's guys, I'm trying to hold them off, but it looks like they're coming through old tunnels. I pulled up a map of this facility. It looks like there are service tunnels that go to the facility that's north of you. I'm assuming where they're at, and as I'm watching doors open up on my screen, you've got maybe about a half an hour.
All right. Everybody's skin suits on. We're taking photos of the whole area.
I need you to find out where their operator was based at. If you can download his hard drive, get it to me, and I can see what I can get off their security system.
Do I know out of our little cabal the Finimus Noctum, do any of us have computer skills?
Well, you'd probably know that I don't.
So I'll say everybody in their skin suits. Arclight, you're on the computer.
I gotta double check, but
Actually,
I'm pretty sure.
No, I just punch things.
Are you guys going back to human form?
Nope, nope, not me.
No, okay, well then I'll say Ghost, you're on the computer. Everybody else, snap pictures of everything. Start looking around. We got a half an hour. We're using every second of it.
All right, let's go back to skin suit then. My intellect
And
here is
basically, what we're going to do with the photos is as we take them, we're uploading them all to Interceptor.
Okay. I'm going to keep you guys on this so we don't waste any time between me swapping the tokens back out. Next time, actually, I'll just keep them on the board. I'll just put them outside of field of view. I erased them. That was my mistake. Noted for next time. So you guys can explore at your leisure.
All right. Now, out of combat, how quickly do we heal?
Every round, you gain one back.
Right.
In human form, I believe me and Sean each gain 1 back, but in Tager form, we have a full die.
Yeah, you guys get a full die.
All right, yeah, okay. So we would still get that before we shift then, because technically it was the end of combat round.
I would assume you're gonna, at least you and me would heal full before we shift it out, unless we absolutely had to shift out.
Yeah, it would be more tactically sound for you guys to stay in Tager form until you're healed.
I will do that. Do you want us to roll just to see how long that might take?
No.
At this point?
You guys got half an hour. You'll definitely regenerate enough before that time limit's even close to being up. So I'm fine with that.
Okay. Sweet.
So we got some people move around. Let me get to this side. And where do we go? We went up here. Boop.
Yeah, I'm looking for a damn computer.
Yep.
Are there like any doors, or is this just a hallway?
It's a hallway that you can see so far. There is a door further ahead, like right actually here.
Cool. Poke my head. See what's in here.
Can we do the scammy thing?
Nope.
Not in human.
Another door right here.
Any computers in that room, or is it just what I'm seeing?
There's another door right in front of you, so you gotta go through that one as well.
All right.
And that one will be a computer at the desk. You have found what appears to be the operator's room.
Beautiful.
I will sit in one of these here chairs.
Boop.
At least I think that's what they are.
So that's 4d10 plus 5.
Did that not center over here? Guys, that's weird. All right, let me fix this. There we go. I'm sorry, chat. We didn't see that you guys weren't able to see.
Jesus.
The hell is that? Is it your computer roll?
That's my computer roll.
Damn, you get everything.
I just take the whole fucking hard drive at this point.
Yeah. So Ash, we're actually playing on a website called Roll20. They all can move their tokens around as they will. So they're actually controlling where they want to move. And I've got the line of sight set up to be dynamic. So when they pass walls, that's why you see it looks like shadows are moving. That's because the line of sight changes as they move their tokens. You will see right by Arclight, there's another door right there. Right in front of you.
I'm on the other side, Ray. And I believe I'm at a door.
It's just like this area in here that you can see there, Arclight. Let me hold on. Give me 1 sec, Jeff. That's just a bunch of good storage. It looks like it's things like perishables, stuff of that nature. Ghost starts downloading stuff. Actually, no. So where you're at,
snacks,
Jeff.
Turkey.
Yeah, there's some perishable food stuff there, but there's no alcohol.
Fine, I'll eat. I'm hungry.
The tunnel you get to looks like you have a lot of locked doors, like one to your north and one to your east. They are very reminiscent of the ones that you saw above ground, like that, looks like a bunker door essentially. It's sealed closed. You can actually see that it looks like the pack that you're coming in to look into after has kind of welded the inside because there's actually a really thick welding vein that goes right down the middle of the doors on both sides.
Okay. Well, I'll leave it at that for now. I'll put my ear to the door and I'll see if I can sense anything.
Roll your observation.
Yes. And I'll swap back into monster while I'm alone, so I'm gonna stay in monster one.
Okay.
Observation is under skills, perception. Right. I'll take the 6 plus the 8. So
you can hear. It sounds like stuff's moving around like way off past that door. Like you can barely hear it. Like it's just on the edge of that frequency that you no longer hear, but you feel. So it's definitely farther away, but it does seem to be getting a little bit closer every like couple minutes or so that you're sitting there listening.
Okay. Like there's whatever it is coming closer.
Yep. Okay. So back in the operator's room where we have Ghost downloading all the stuff off the hard drive, when you get in, it's a mess. It looks like somebody cleaned the vast majority of all the files, like real quick. You only managed to catch maybe about 15 to 20 still pictures from the surveillance system. And even that's like hazy. It's going to take some work to kind of refine them and, clean them up.
Which is why we have Interceptor.
Yeah, that's why we have an Interceptor, or if I have to do it, I do it.
Right.
Still sounds like a lot of good stuff.
Just so you're aware, Ray, I will be, while they're doing that, I'm going to head around back over to them.
Okay. But you get it. Like, it takes maybe like 5 minutes, Jess, as you go through it. Because it's so fast because so much of everything's already gone. It's already been wiped. So as you're swinging down different folders and icons, everything's empty. You catch the drive, and there's literally just these last pictures, and you barely manage to stop them before they're deleted. And you upload them to Eric. Intercept on the comms, like, I got it, came through. I'll do what I can to start scrubbing these clean.
All right. We're checking out the bodies one last time, and then we're out of here.
Okay. You guys do note, and you do know this as being Tagers, for a while. Even if the NEG gets those bodies, they can't tell anything was different about them. Your DNA isn't altered. There's no mystical signatures on you. For all intents and purposes, the people down here, like this other pack, will look like they're, well, aside from the way the facility's been kept up, they look like they would be just squatters. Or in this case, maybe rebels or whatever the case may be. Somebody broken down here, this old base, and we're just living here. There's nothing here that would hint towards the Elder Society. There's no special writings. There's no nothing. The only thing that's weird is that the corridor you guys came in from the alleyway, that has all those weird arcane sigils that Ghost saw when she came through the door.
Which we'll have to get on the way out, take a picture of, and send it in. And I also have a cult, so maybe I can do a quick field assessment once I see those sigils.
Yeah.
But for now, I'm checking over all the bodies. I'll pull any identification, anything that could be useful to us off of them.
Okay.
And then once all that's done and the rest of the group get their whatever investigation they're looking to get, any information they're looking to glean, we'll bounce out.
Okay. So you essentially will get the last bit of stuff off the bodies, doing your due diligence to making sure that nothing, really can be traced back to anything about what you guys do and who you are. Right. And it's not that difficult. You manage to successfully get anything. And then the most thing is like maybe like an engraved flask or like a pocket watch that somebody had from a friend who was also a Tager at some point. Nothing major. Just small little like incidentals, personal objects. That takes maybe 5 minutes to police. By about that time is when Interceptor gets back in touch with you and says, guys, you got 15 minutes.
All right.
Yeah,
let's get out of here.
No problem, Ash. Just 1 second, guys. Ash says that he needs this in his life when he DMs for his groups and D&D campaigns.
She. Oh, you're actually right. No, you're correct.
Okay. Well, I don't mind being corrected if I was wrong. It's rude of me to assume, so I apologize.
Especially with, like she said in there, the D&D campaigns. This was originally set up for D&D. So out of every game that's on here, D&D has the most plentiful. There's so much.
It's like this is ready-made for D&D.
Yeah, they have an entire compendium on here that you can pull spells directly into player character sheets, and it rolls all the stuff for you.
Isn't it like 3.5? You said
they do 3.5 and 5th edition on here. I think
Pathfinder.
Yeah, in Pathfinder. I think there may actually be a 4th edition one too. Not that anybody plays 4th edition.
Don't speak of such vile things.
It never happened, as far as I'm concerned.
It's like Highlander 2.
Yeah. Yeah, only the Renegade edition counts. And even then, not so much.
No, not really.
But, so, yeah, it's really set up for D&D. And if you... After this, I'll actually give some assets to Amara about how they do make tokens and some other things. So there's a lot of cool stuff that can be done with this. I use it for all of our games that we play. It's a lot of fun.
Aren't you doing one of your storyteller things on setting stuff up here?
I'm going to do something on Roll20 eventually, but I think the next month's worth of episodes are going to be more about murder hobos versus story players, some other stuff about setting up story and stuff like that. I think that once I get into season 2, so like after like 12 or so episodes, I'm going to start doing more like intermediate stuff, which would include Roll20. So we'll get there eventually.
Sweet.
But yes, you guys start heading back upstairs, and you get to that hallway again where you guys came in, and you can immediately see, as Savage, the sigils that the Spectre saw when Ghost came in. So go ahead and roll your occult.
Well, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my wrist thing, and I'm going to get it all and upload it to Eric. And now I would like to... I only have 1 die, so we'll see what happens.
You still have to your intelligence to it, so, it's going to be... given your training as part of the Ultra Society, before you roll, it is going to be, let's say, an average roll. So the difficulty is 12, so you can spend drama points now to increase your dice rolls if you want.
This is an occult roll?
Yes.
Yes.
That's the one thing I actually have.
Same here.
You guys can all roll if you like. It's a difficulty 12.
I don't think I actually took a cult.
I'm going to spend 3 to get 3 extra dice.
Okay.
It's kind of important. I want to know what this fucking says.
Almost a kick-ass straight.
Right. So, I'll take the 10, obviously.
Yep.
Plus my 5 intelligence is 15.
15. And almost a straight again, 11. For Ember, this looks really familiar. You can't... It's a ward of some type, but you can't place it. Savage gets it. Arclight gets it. Easy. Like, you immediately look around. You're like, the way they're positioned, the way the sigils look. You're like, yeah, this is effectively a ward versus out-dimensional beings.
Why we couldn't sense anything, too.
Right. Which is
I couldn't see through it.
Exactly. And once Arclight says that, that's when Savage is like, yeah, it is. Like, you point out some of the other portions of it that help it get reinforced. It's all warded against dimensional beings, which also Arclight will pick up immediately. That's what was giving Ghost the pushback when she tried to enter this thing.
What is it? Is it paint? Is it blood?
It's paint.
What is it?
It's just mystically infused paint. Yep, it's just sacred. Somebody when they made the paint and then crushed the pigment together, they enchanted it with magical knowledge and threw it up here.
We need to get one of them.
Yeah, a magician could do it. And the society does have those, so it would make sense that if they were this close to an NEG outpost, they may want to make sure they're protected, that nobody can find them.
Sure. Yeah, the game on the way home is the same. The difference is, if you lose the next shopping spree, you have to buy the alcohol, all of it.
Just so everybody knows, Jeff and I drink all the time. I have an efficient metabolism, which means it takes me twice as much to get drunk, so I drink a lot.
I'm just a drunk. And a pothead.
Right.
So we have a question from chat I'm going to handle really quick. Boobell wants to know, does the rest of humanity know about the Lovecraftian stuff happening around? Oh, yes. Effectively, the world's at war. Yeah, in this time, the world's at war with the Mygo, who are on Earth from Pluto, and the cults of the Old Ones. Like Haster's cult, he who now shall not be named.
I'd say do not say his name a third time.
The Rapine storm literally swept across a good part of Asia and Russia and exterminated almost all life there. Alaska is now under the jurisdiction of the MyGo. They completely took over. A lot of the United States and Europe has been really messed up, like by atomic war or other issues that happened as a result of them trying to fight off all the old ones, cultists, and the alien infestations that have come to Earth. So everything knows, which is why the cities like Chicago, the big ones, they're in these like massive domes, these things that they call arcologies, self-sustained city-states, essentially. I mean, they all are part of the NEG, the New Earth government, but you know, each one is kind of like a state of its own that's protected by a dome against the outside ravages of the world. There are villages and towns and even people that live right outside the arcologies, but those, the farther away you get, the more dangerous it gets, because cultists are able to be around more freely, and all the other monsters of the world, like gibbering horrors and you know other sorts of Lovecraftian beasts, roam the countryside. So it's really, really dangerous to live outside the walls.
And don't even try living in the ocean.
Yeah, don't even try living in the ocean.
No.
Yeah,
Stay away from the coast.
It's literally like the province of the esoteric order of Dagon at that point. That's just horrible. And Chicago has its issues now and again because of Lake Michigan. So it's a little rough. There's actually an entire like missile battery underwater and underwater mechs that patrol the bay and patrol the lake to make sure that Dagon's deep ones don't come near. It's crazy. But yes, we're going back home and we're trying to do the stealth thing again. But whoever loses this time has to buy alcohol.
I mean, I just build a society for my expenses anyways. I don't have a job.
We all do.
But I'll play along this time. I guess I'll try.
Okay. Well, stealth rolls all around. We'll start with Savage. Remember, it's a 15.
You know what? Well, I'll pop a drama point. I don't want to buy that. Somebody else can go shopping.
Son of a bitch.
I'll take the 8.
Okay.
So 8 plus 7.
So 15, you just got it. We'll go down to Arclight.
I'm gonna scale the building.
You're a dick.
Yep. Once I get to the roof, nobody's around.
You're flying?
I'm gonna fly straight home.
Okay. We're just gonna bypass Arclight.
At maximum speed, so at like 52 miles an hour.
Yeah, you'll make it there pretty quickly. We'll go to Ghost. Your stealth.
What a dick. What a dick.
You cheated. Well, actually, no, you didn't. No rules were attached to the game, so Ghost is a ghost. Brings us to our lumbering friend Ember.
You ready for this?
We're ready for this. You blowing any drama points?
Y'all ready for this?
Yeah, you know what? I'll blow my last 2 drama points.
Went through 8 in that fight. That's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. What do I add? My
it's your agility.
Is it agility?
Yep.
So my
Your agilitas.
Mortal form.
Oh, not bad. So 18. Nobody gets caught this time around. No one.
Everybody's got to get their own alcohol.
Yeah, everybody's got to buy their own shit. So you guys all make it back home. You make it back to your 3 flat, a couple miles away from the nest for this other pack. By the time you get there, you'll see that Arclight's already there. He's already had him the beer. He's relaxing already.
Having a beer with a whiskey back, eating some string cheese.
I'll grab a bottle of Jack and a glass. I'll pull out my bag of weed and roll myself a nice fat blunt. And I'm gonna tell Interceptor over our comms. I'll just be like, hey, that spell. Can we get anybody in here to do that?
Yeah, I can see about contacting HQ about it. When do you want it done?
The sooner the better. I mean, granted, they were really close to that, so that's probably how they got found. But we're not super far from there either. Better safe than sorry.
Yeah. I couldn't see through it.
Right. Fair enough.
I want that. Yeah. We need to be cloaked.
It was one of those wards, right? That's what we're talking about? A ward thing?
Yeah, we sent you the pictures.
Send it to me. I'm not really too familiar with it myself, but I'll look into it and definitely get something up.
Yeah. I'll upload it all to him. Everything we take will always go to him.
Right. And I'll write out everything I knew, everything that I can remember about it. Like for my role.
Okay.
And I'm just going to send him that message of all that info.
You send him like a small term paper about it, like the very specifics of how you do this, what you invoke, how long it takes, how you should enchant them, if you have the skill. Like, you got a good fucking roll. Like, you know that ritual inside and out. Like, at least the theory of it, how it should be done.
I know the theory of it, right?
Right. You don't have the skill to do it yourself.
No.
But you could learn, actually. Ultimately, you only have half your Orgon because you're a Tager to work with spells, but you can essentially learn mystical skills.
More than I got.
But as he gets all that paperwork, or all the reports that Arclight sent into him, you hear him kind of sigh and just very quietly swear over your comms. He's like, "Fuck."
What?
All right, so I'm gonna send this vid to you guys.
Hold that thought 1 second, Interceptor. Ember, my grilled cheese, triple decker. All right, so what was that, Interceptor?
You got Gruyere.
All right, I cleaned up the photos that Ghost sent me. Wasn't that hard? They were just a little corrupted, but I fixed it. We have a problem. I'm gonna send you this image, and I want you to know that this is actually High Top. This is a guy, let me just check the file really quick. Yeah, this is Wilson Richards. His call sign's High Top. He's the operator for the Raveners, for the PAX whose place you just went to. He flips you another picture. You see the inside of the door, where the ward is that you guys saw. He's standing there, and he's unlocked it, and standing in the doorway as it's been opened, there are 3, can't be more than maybe 19, 20-year-olds standing in the doorway wearing street clothes. So a t-shirt, some blue jeans, maybe a hoodie over themselves because, they had the hydration sprays tonight. So it was kind of rainy. He's letting them in. You see another picture of them down on that abandoned industrial level you guys were at, with all the concrete dust and everything just kind of in disrepair. He's walking with them. You see him point in the last picture. He's pointing towards the stairwell you went down to get to that level. And the last picture you get is this weird creature that you've never actually seen before as a Dhohanoid, anyways. That seems to be emerging. When you guys got into that bottom of the staircase, it's walking out of that staircase into the base itself. Let me.
Where is this creature?
I'm about to get a picture of it.
You didn't post it yet? Okay.
No, not yet. I'm pulling it up. No, don't you worry. Hold, bless your heart. Just hold on to it.
Storyteller loading.
Here it is. I'm gonna make this larger.
Oh, it's like a shark.
It is this weird shark beast hybrid.
Land shark.
Since we already had those 2 good occult rolls, I'm not going to make you roll again. This is not a Dhohanoid you've ever seen or heard of. There are reptilian ones, there are pseudo fishy ones, but this has never been there. 2 of them turn into one of these.
Flowers.
And one of them turns into this frickin' thing.
What?
Oh, wow. So
Again,
Dagon's been here, and so has, what is that, Nalthotep?
Again, not a Dhohanoid that you've ever seen before.
And when they shift, we don't see them shift. They're still images.
It's still images, yep.
Do you know what these are? I've never seen these before.
I have no idea what those are.
That's the problem.
I ran it through recognition for all our known Children of Chaos Dhohanoid manifestations, and these were not anywhere near it.
Well, he let them in, which is odd. And he was his body was down there too, right?
Nope. Just the 3 Tagers.
Do we have a psych profile on their handler?
I do, and I have all his aliases. I'm running him through a scan right now and seeing if he's popped up anywhere. I'll know in about 10 minutes or so.
To be fair, they might have just eaten him.
I can get a hell of a game of Call of Duty in 10 minutes. I'm gonna walk over and turn the Xbox on.
I'm making cheese sandwiches.
Ash, good call. Yeah, we'll get to that in just a second. So you guys spend your 10 minutes. You got Savage playing the
Ember,
video
add
game.
3 to mine.
Ember's making sandwiches. And you'll get a call back from Interceptor. He's like, all right, I got a ping on Richard's, one of his IDs anyways. I got him leaving the the middle western gate out of the arcology. I've tracked down any connections he's had there. There's some NEG private that lives out there that he knows as his alias. That's where I'd check out.
So everybody get a good night's sleep. Let's get a good meal, because we're leaving the arcology tomorrow.
He went through the door about 10 minutes ago.
Fuck it. I'm not tired. We're going now.
All right. So you
After
guys,
our grilled cheese.
Motherfucker, some of us need to sleep.
you guys
After our grilled cheese.
Yes.
have your grilled cheese,
Yep.
and you start traveling your way through the arcology. We are going to wrap about there since it's almost 11 o'clock, and we know that Ember has to call it early on Fridays.
That is such a cool arcology picture, by the way.
It's badass.
That is actually a really good picture.
That
Yeah,
would
it's
be
really
like your dawn in the arcology right there. The lights are starting to light up.
That's a shitty fucking dawn. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Sick.
Well, that's what it's like on the inside, man. You know,
Yeah.
that's the price you pay for the safety of the arcology.
Some might say it's a grim dawn.
Ooh.
I like it.
All right. Did you guys have fun?
That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun.
The friggin' dice didn't like me, but I had fun.
Right.
I mean, there was a certain period of time where the dice decided to finally be nice to us. And by
Yeah.
us, I mean mostly you.
I thought we get to the fourth scene, but that combat took a little longer. I forgot how complex sometimes the combat can be in this one. You know, as far as like
Well,
how
It's
many,
a game changer.
Those extra actions.
yeah,
it
it
can go
slows things
longer.
down. Yeah.
Yeah, and not to mention those drama points, man. That's a game changer. We could share that, bad boys.
Right.
And on top of it, it was also our first run through combat for like a good number of us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Before.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. It's when we get a handle on combat. It's not gonna be ball. It's not making
blast
it like
through
that.
I used to blast through running fucking Sabbat combat.
Yeah, it'll start going faster, and I think everything went pretty well for a first time.
Yeah, agree.
So I'm actually really kind of like, as you guys travel through, I think we had a good stopping point. You guys will refresh all your drama points for the next time we play. Now, for those that are interested, I know that Wildfire doesn't have the game anymore on their site. However, much like I got them there, you can get them at Drive-Thru RPG still. Drive-Thru RPG still has all the PDFs there. The last one I picked
There's
up,
only
I
like
think,
6,
was
right?
yeah, roughly. I picked up Burning Horizons was the last one. It was like I was on sale too, so it was like $9, I think. So check it out if you liked it. Pick up one of the books, take a look at it. It's pretty cool. But the game's fun. It just takes a little getting used to, and I think one of the big common criticisms I saw about this game was that it tries to do so much. And that can really be complex and can be a problem. But if you focus on one part of it and run that one part at a time, it's a lot easier and it stays a lot more cohesive. So it's a lot more, it makes more sense essentially. But
Yeah, it looks like they had this great idea for it, and they set up for people that like to do this, people that like to do that. You don't need to use everything all at once. It's like, if you want to do this, we got that. You want to do this, we got that.
yeah, and there's some fun stuff. So as we wrap stuff up, let's see who we want to raid here. And that's where we're wrapping for the night. At the end of the evening, the 3 Tagers that the players came to go investigate were all found dead in their own base. A couple Dhohanoids were there, but those creatures seemed just as confused as the players were about what actually happened. And in the end, what little evidence they can get off their computer of the operator for that team was kind of strange. So they've tracked down a lead for where this guy might have gone, and now they're going to go and investigate. They're getting ready to leave the arcology, head out into the open air and the far more dangerous environment of life outside. And I guess we'll see what happens next time. They lived, though. They really did. Next time. We'll get them next time. See you guys.